Hello and welcome to my fresh Precure review. Let me start by prefacing this that around December, I think, maybe late November, I wanted to do a Precure 5 reaction thingamajig, because that's what I was starting at that time, but it was struck down by copyright, and I since deleted it, of course, because it was, well, I was being a little risky there. But the copyright strike finally got removed, and so I can finally go back to not worrying how long my videos are. As you can tell by the Go Princess review, that it was split into two parts and almost made no sense. But here we are doing not yet Precure 5 and doing fresh because I just finished a couple days ago. I'm still going through the series. I think about 4 left. Splash Star, the second series of Max Heart, Doki Doki, and Sweet. Yeah, that's what I feel. I will probably be going back and doing reviews of the other ones that I just finished. I just wanted to get the strike removed, basically, so I don't have to worry about times and weird cutting and editing. It would have been messy, and I don't feel like making another count on any of those such things like that. Alright, first off, wait, I already did it first off. I can't first off, second off? I guess. Second of all, there we go. Okay. Every time I start a new one of these, I go, this was my favorite. I love the characters, and I don't know what could beat it. Every single time. I started with Heart Catch. I'm like, wow, I really like this series. And then Happiness Charge, not so much. But then I went into Go Princess. I'm like, wow, this is great. And then I went into Fatati Wapit again. Wow, I like Kid Black, which is now my profile picture. Well, not now, but it is. Then I went to Precure 5. I'm like, I love those characters. Huge bundles. And now here we are with Fresh. Oh, I didn't finish Smile. Now that I finish it, I didn't finish Smile. That's also on the list for 5. If I'm counting Max Heart, it's 5. I had it 4, but I counted Max Heart. Yeah, whatever. So here we are. I have to say, this series is possibly the most interesting setting and plot of all of the Precure so far that I've seen. May or may not been executed so well, but that was mostly on the fault of its animation at times. There's definitely some really, really great stuff in there, but sometimes it's kind of just the characters sliding across the screen and hitting them, and then one frame, the villain kind of flying, across the stream and hitting something else. But I can't fault it too much. Like I said, Precure 5 was my favorite, and oh my god, that animation is terrible. But moving away from the animation, let's see, let's go. So Precure 5 starts out like any normal Cure series. Peach going to school, and on her way back, or not on her way back, and something happens. The fairy shows up. She turns into a Precure, she wants to help someone or something, and she fights off Is, which is, well, which is his future Pure Passion, of course. And what surprised me is that Love, I guess is her name, was already friends with the main group. Normally, they're either complete strangers, and yeah, normally like starting a new school or it's a new year, maybe they have other friends, but usually they're not the Kiras. You usually find them, like Fudati Weber here, she's friends with the whole lacrosse team, and Kira White's friends with the whole science club, but they don't know each other. But they're all friends with each other. Strangely enough, they all go to separate schools, which I found really interesting. Right? I think we only get Love School, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember them visiting the others. Actually, there might have been one scene, Mickey and her brother showing up, and they go, oh, he's so cute, whatever. So yeah, they all get put in danger, and like they want to help someone, and they all become cures, and they form a team. Love saves Yuki, and she invites the other people to create a dance crew, and good old Tart, my favorite fairy now, good old Weasel. I even like the shit. I can't remember the other fairy's name. I'm completely forgetting. I thought he was gonna be the typical baby character that's really whining and annoying, but it actually turned out pretty cute. Let's say enjoyable at the very least. But Weasel is my favorite. His accent's really fun to listen to. He explains the whole labyrinth thing and all the parallel worlds to them, which again I think is by far the most interesting setting Precure has ever been. The whole shit, I can't remember the main villain's name. Okay, well, so I do this thing where, like, a character reminds me of another character, I'll jokingly refer to them as that character, but then that name gets stuck in my head, and then I can no longer remember the other character. So, Mobius, that's what it was. I kept thinking of Dominus from Path of Exile. I'm playing that game too much. Anyways, Mobius, controlling all of thoughts and basically controlling people's whole life, their birth rates, they eat, they work. I thought that was by far the most interesting. Although they did have to ham it up, I guess I could say. The whole people need to live their own lives kind of thing. I think they repeated that a little too much near the end. But I won't fault them too much for that. Oh, I completely skipped over Pure Passion. Right there. I think after watching Go Princess, I really did like Twilight's going into Scarlet, but I feel like Scarlet was a trash character. Well, that's pretty harsh. She wasn't as good of a character as Twilight was, and I think they kind of repeated her character a bit, but her development many times with every single character. It was the same development each character, which got really tiring, and she kind of solved all the problems herself because she's much more powerful at that point. But Passion, however, was much better done, in my opinion. She didn't whine about not fitting in, or, oh, she's too rich to understand the peasant life, that kind of thing. That got really annoying really quickly. But Key Passion, however, the relating to each of the other members was completely different, and it was personal to each character as well, which loads better. And absolutely, Key Passion is possibly one of my favorites now, up there with Dream and Cure Black and Moonlight. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, Infinity. So the main goal of the bad guy was to get this infinite memory source, so it can control all the other dimensions, so he could gather an infinite amount of data of all the other worlds and places, that sort of thing. And just so happened to be the other fairy that I just simply can't remember. That's bothering me. It really is. If anyone's curious, the name I replaced it was New 13 from Blaze Blue. When she's like loading up, she goes, kiddo, kiddo. And every time he's like, I'm the infinite storage unit thingamajig. Chiffon. Wow. I knew it was a CH, but I couldn't remember it. Chiffon. Basically, it turned out to be that, and that's why, design-wise, he's much different from the other fairies, and then can float and all that kind of things. Fairies weren't too much fairies, as they were just anthropomorphic animals. I don't think Weasel ever had any powers of any sorts. Now that I think about it, like others whose fairies, create shields and things like that, or protects their cures once in a while. But I don't think Tard ever did that. I'm pretty sure he was just basically a weasel that could talk. Yeah. Anyways, I kind of sidetracked myself there. Infinity. So, obviously they lose Chiffon, so they can accelerate the bad guy's motives. Gets control of the world. Normally they just simply blow the crap out of it. Like most of the bad guys in Precure usually end up destroying everything. However, in this case, he controlled everything. I found that pretty interesting. I don't know why or how power cables, however, coming down from this guy would actually really control the world. I guess I shouldn't think too hard about it. These are magic cables. I guess I shouldn't worry about it when we have a super advanced supercomputer that can create magic and things like that, holograms, and control everybody. That still is possibly my favorite reveal so far in the Precure series, that Mobius was a robot all along, like just a giant computer. I was for sure. Actually, it really caught me off guard because Passion's like, no, I have to do this myself. And so she goes, uses her hurricane thing on Mobius, and I totally thought when she reached out her hand, like, you don't have to do this or whatever. Mobius was just like, not give a single shit and just smack her or blow her up or some shit. Like, completely ignore all the happiness of things, but instead, like, it turned out to be a robot in disguise and just kind of blew up. I think that's the first time Precure's actually really surprised me. It really did catch me off guard. But it made for a more interesting villain, like Despia. Okay, no, it is Despia. Despia is fresh. Or not fresh, yes, Precure. They really need to stop recycling names, like Cure Flora and Princess Flora, whatever. So yeah, Mobius is really interesting. They didn't really need they give him a background, but it wasn't a sob story, and he didn't get purified with happiness and get a second chance like other series have. It's kind of when I'm watching these older ones, I'm always surprised that the villains backstab each other. And thinking of which, I need to talk about Western Solar. But first, yeah, but the villains like backstab each other, and like in Precure 5, what's his name? Like completely sent the other ones off to destroy themselves with a mask. That was sweet. I thought that was pretty cool. But Western Solar, okay. Wester, easily my favorite villain. I love that guy. So funny, and then he's also really strong as well. He isn't like fucking Otis Keefe and Happiness Charge. God, those villains were disappointing. I really like subtly, but over time, Wester and Solar basically became bros, and then like common enemy with what's her name? And I was really like that episode with the delete hole, and then like I said, getting betrayed by Mobius. I do feel like them coming back is kinda a Dex Machina kind of thing, you know. I think they did kind of explain it fairly well with Chiffon and the music box being played, but I feel like a delete hole would delete them like immediately and not just put them in like another storage space, unless, you know, I guess they eventually get deleted. I feel like that'd be inefficient way to use a delete hole. That Mobius was so keen on keeping efficiency. I do like the new outfits, the white ones. I don't like the serpent dragon thing that they summoned with their feather. I think that's pretty disgusting, honestly. Then cute, like it was supposed to be, I guess. But overall, I never talked about berry and pine for pineapple is what I learned, or somebody told me pineapple. I was wondering, everybody else is a fruit, passion fruit, peach, berry. I was like, pine's not a fruit, and I guess they showed it at the pineapple, which makes sense because pineapple sounds stupid. It might as be like some soft drink or like a lemonade or something. I really did like those characters as well. Barry's voice actor gets like an easy, like extra, a head start basically being a character that I enjoy. But she turned out pretty good as well. She might have needed a couple more episodes of development, maybe with her brother, but I don't think it was too necessary. Pine got enough, I think. I think Love got enough as well. I don't like how they just didn't confirm the relationship between Daisuke and Love. Such a cop-out, really. Such a tease. The final fight with Mobius was also, like, it was really interesting. But also, when it comes to final fights with villains, disappointing as well. It was like the definition of a happy beam, friendship beam, I guess. Which I guess is kind of the case, but no, I guess they did have a fist fight. Yeah, okay, no, never mind. It was pretty good. And then after the whole, like, them splitting off to do, I guess, what their dreams are or whatever, Barry actually completely forgot she wanted to be a model, was on a runway. Pine was learning from her parents to become a veterinarian. Typical Precure fashion, literally doing nothing. And Kip fashion went with Wester and Solar to restore Labyrinth, I guess. They really didn't say like they were gonna like control it or something. But I guess they are gonna help out, I suppose. Hey, I don't know how. They didn't really explain what they were gonna do necessarily, I don't think. Oh, and yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts of it. This is probably my favorite so far. I watched all the ones that I thought I'd like, plus Hard Catch. And from what I've seen is Smile, I don't think I really like Smile. I kinda like things to happen. Doki Doki, I've heard mixed things, so I'm pretty wary of watching it. Splash Star is kind of, I think it was supposed to be a reboot, but it's pretty much just Futariwa Precure, and I don't. Does Saley want to watch that? Sweet, I think I've heard good things, but I also heard bad things about it. So I don't know which one I'll do. Probably take a break from watching them. Besides Mahosukai, of course. Watching Mahosukai. You wish. Oh, at the final episode, there was like a couple minutes left. I was like, oh, are they gonna do something like, oh, this is where they are now, kind of thing. However, to my disappointment and my amusement, they did a cut of every time Peach said, "Get your happiness, we get our happiness, so let's get our happiness." I got a good chuckle at it, but however, I did kind of wanted something a bit more. I guess it's fine. They wrapped up everything more or less for the Daisuke, which I'll probably be salty about. But yeah, thank you for listening. If you bother to listen to this for 25 minutes, see you in another review if I decide to do one. And goodbye.